Hey y'all, I'm about to get on my soapbox for a minute. But if you are a parent, please, number one, advocate for your kids. And I'm talking about like in education, everything. Advocate for them. All of this, schooling, what they learn, what they're doing, be involved in their classrooms with their teachers, just stay communicated with everybody that's involved in their education process. Number two, do not, I repeat, before you start to critique or complain about teachers, ask yourself if you're involved in your student's life. Like, are you involved in their process of their education? And this is an example is, you know, if you have students who are failing really bad, but you're not there to talk to the teacher, or you're not open or willing to listen to the teacher or the administrators about trying to help your student or your child do better, then you're not an active involved parent. You're not being a parent. And that's a big thing that we're having a problem with, is that so many parents don't want to parent. They just want to be their child's friend, or they want to just, my child don't do that and my child don't do that, or do this, or they're great, or their behavior is acceptable at home. And the lack of manners, the profanity, the disrespect to authority is bad. And you have got to, as a parent, it starts at home. I have kids myself, so I'm not going to rant about other people's kids. And I'm a mom too. I have 3 kids. And I understand that sometimes kids do what they want to do. I get that. But you are responsible from the time that they're born until the time that they get to graduate high school. You're responsible for that home piece, that profanity, putting fingers up at teachers and authority, talking poorly to the teachers and all of that type of stuff. That's not okay, because we're doing the best that we can to make sure that your kid gets what they need. But if they're distracting us, or if they're treating us like crap, or and then you're not backing us up, or you're not there and being that mediator, then it's not going to help. It takes all of us. It takes a village. You ever heard that? It takes a village. Your teachers, your parents, and the student. We hold the student accountable for not doing their work. Right now, I had to fuss at my kids in my classes because they're failing. Why are you failing? It is not on my part. If I give you the work, or if I give you the help, or if I teach, then what is the issue? And I see all of them with $1,000 phones, okay? And parents are still paying for them. They're still paying for the phones. They're still holding the phone, letting them have it. So we still have those kids who bring these phones to school. They still have them. And here's an example. If it was my kid, and I check my kids' grades religiously I'm not going to say every day, but every week, they will get it checked. And sometimes I have it sent messages to my phone, like notifications that, my kid turned this in, but religiously, because on Friday, if they have any missing assignments or any behavior issues, they do not get their electronics on the weekends. So they don't get their electronics during the week. They don't get it. If they have poor behavior, they don't turn their work in, then they don't get that stuff on the weekend. And that's positive reinforcement, meaning that's a privilege to have your video games and all of your phones to play your games and Roblox and all of that stuff, tablets, computers, Xbox, all that stuff. They don't play that during the week. They'll play it on the weekend. So if my kids' grades are poor, if they're bad, if they're failing, then I'm going to get onto him. I'm going to get onto her. I'm not going to be calling the teacher or not listening to the teacher or not talking to the teacher. I'm going to play a part as his mom and make sure that he's on top, or she's on top of her work. Like, get your work done. Do every assignment. If you're struggling, say something so that we can figure it out. And that's the thing. Parents are not taking these things away. My son is 12 years old. My youngest son is 12. He does not have a TikTok, a Snapchat. He does not have an Instagram or Facebook. He has none of that. He can't even get on YouTube, y'all. He can't even do that because of the poor things that's being said on these social media sites. So he has to wait till he gets a little bit older, and I'll let him have those things. But right now, he can't even have them. So as a parent, you take control of that. Please raise your kids. Please raise your kids. We are doing what we can. I teach 160 kids a day. It is very exhausting. We don't do this because of the money. We do this because we love it. But it's hard when you don't have a parent's a portion in that. We need y'all to help. Help. Cut those phones off if they're failing. Stop that. Hold those phones until you get those grades up. You need to do your work. You need to do your work. I'm off my soapbox now.